What's up, you guys? Welcome back to Overdose. I'm your host, DonJaye. I am joined today with two special guests. Introduce yourselves.
Hi, I'm Morgan.
And I'm Allison.
Now we're gonna take a look at some. He doesn't like to preface himself as red pill, but if it's like truth, it's red pill, bro. But the video is analyzing anti-male memes. Are you guys? How do you feel about men in general? Are y'all like the feminist type, or y'all like the anti-male type, or y'all like the...
I'm here for equality. I'm here for feminism.
Always.
Okay.
I'm anti a certain kind of male.
Okay.
I've never heard of a male that's anti-male, so...
Oh, is he anti-male? No, he's analyzing
you said you never heard of a
anti-male
male who's anti-male.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think I've heard of a female who's anti-female, though.
You sure?
No, not really.
Girls are catty. Like, that's like a thing.
Okay.
Because so many girls are anti-female. Have you not? I'm just a boys girl. Like, I just hang out with all my friends.
I have heard that. Yes, I've heard
there
that.
There are tons of anti-female females.
Definitely.
Okay. Well, let's jump into the video.
Before we get started, I want to create a second channel where women react.
Fuck yeah, he has an accent.
Anyway.
I like it.
To, male stereotypes. So let's just not take this too seriously. It's not intended as an out. Yeah.
Wait, no, go back. You can.
Yeah, I got it.
To cry on. Here, be like, I'm always here if you need a shoulder to cry on. The shoulder.
I'm always here.
Yeah, this one's
Dead ass.
girl.
That's true.
I'll post some emotional shit on my story. You guys like, you want to come over and Netflix and chill? I'm like, you really think I want to sit here and cry in front of you the first time that I meet? And they're like, it's okay, I can wipe your tears. Boys just want to fuck. Like, you don't want to sit here and wipe my tears. You don't want to sit here and listen to my problems.
Actually, no, they do want to, wipe your tears, but they also want to fuck.
Yeah, after I'm done crying. Like, if I'm done crying, I just want to lay in bed and be held. Like, just spoon me.
Can it just wait? Like,
yeah, fucking morning sex. Just
okay.
I don't know. If you're there for me, and as my shoulder to cry on, the chances of me fucking you go from here to like here.
Hold on, let's have this conversation. Nah, majority of the time, no. That's like a fucking, what do you call it?
No.
Friend zone as
No. If it's depending on the way that you handle it.
Okay.
Honestly, if I'm upset,
okay,
and you're really like there for me, like in.
What's the difference between there for me regularly and there for me, there for me?
Offering advice.
Okay.
If you offer me advice, you're a friend. If you just sit there and listen to me, ooh, my pussy is wet.
That's interesting.
Don't fix a problem.
I've never heard of that.
Don't fix a problem. I'm not trying to get a solution for it. I have a problem. Just be there to listen. I'm gonna be emotional about this problem. Just listen to me vent. Just listen to me be emotional. You don't have to sit here and fix everything. Guys always want to fix my problems.
Yeah, most guys just want to fix shit.
Right there. All right, you're my friend. If you want to fix my problems, if you want to give me advice, we're just friends.
Damn. That's deep.
And the dick won't fix it, so don't try it. Okay.
That's not
my shit. Never mind. Anyway.
That's good advice.
Girl is upset. That's not the right time to be, trying to hit on her. You don't take that as an opportunity to make an advance. I hate men comes from a place of, I fear for my life daily because of them. I recognize that I'm not safe and take daily precautions to protect myself. And it's still never enough. But I hate women comes from can't get a girlfriend.
All right, what are your thoughts on that?
Dead ass.
Oh my god, obviously I'm not a man, so I can't be like, oh yeah, that's true. Like, but at the same time, like,
y'all feel like that?
Y'all kind of blame us for your game.
Yes,
not true.
Yes,
okay.
Yes. If you have no game, don't sit here and blame all women. Oh, I hate women. I can't get a girlfriend. Well, how about you watch some YouTube videos and fix how you're coming at us first before you decide that you hate women?
Yeah, I actually agree with this. Because for y'all, it's much more about safety and life and death type of thing. For us, it's just about, sex.
And me and Morgan saw a TikTok the other day of this man being groped, and he was almost screaming for his life.
Yes!
And this tweet kind of relates to that because every day I do take precautions to stay safe. Like,
I carry around a weapon in case a man approaches me.
Gotcha.
Not a woman, not just like a predator, you're just a scary person. In case a man approaches me, I instantly grab my keys. You could be coming to tell me I've got toilet paper stuck to my shoe and I've got my fucking, like, my pepper spray and my little kitty knife thing in my hand.
Oh, but if a woman comes up to y'all, oh shit, I'm getting a number. Fuck yeah, like no.
Yeah, got you. For you,
I
it's a safety. It's a different.
Yeah,
thing.
I could kill you.
Yeah, got you.
I mean, that's kind of funny, but I actually dislike this one because you never really know what the subjective experience is like for another person. You don't know how painful it is for a man who can't
logic.
get a girlfriend. So while I have complete sympathy for the fear that a woman experiences when she's walking alone to her car at night, you can't really know that that's a worse experience than a man who is alone and without a girlfriend for 10 years. And I just think that this game of comparing suffering, like my pain is worse than your pain, is so weird. When did victimhood become a competition? Like, shouldn't it be, I'm suffering, and in my suffering, it makes me empathize with the suffering of everybody else. So while I'm going through this and you're going through that, let's be there for each other. Let's show compassion because we're all in this together. We're all suffering because life is difficult. Men.
I don't know. I gotta disagree with that for sure. Because there's definitely a difference between me stepping on someone's foot and me shooting someone in the fucking face. Like, each of those are suffering, but one is much more suffering than the other one. And I know what he's saying, that he's, they are even different, that you can't even compare, because the example that I just gave is a pain example. So obviously you can compare the pain of someone stepping on your foot and the pain of getting shot, but still his example still doesn't make sense of
no, because he's taking a general worldly consensus that men are, like, toxic masculinity is a disease and women feel unsafe because of it, to a man not having a girl for 10 years. Like, forever alone loneliness does not compare to I fear for my life every time I step out of my house. Like,
yeah.
How does that? No, bro, no.
And I don't think that tweet was talking about competition specifically. There's just a lot of men that don't realize how women have to live a day to day. It doesn't matter who comes up to us. We always have to stay safe compared to y'all living it up.
I think let's rewind really quick. I think for that example, yes, that shit does not make no sense.
Yeah.
But all lives matter and Black Lives Matter. So for other men, like black men, it is different than, a woman, I mean, not different. It is kind of the same, because as a black man, you fear that cops going to shoot you, or you fear that you might get robbed or shot or whatever. Or even back in the day when you had to go to war.
That goes to racism.
Right.
What?
That goes to racism, not sexism.
I get that. I'm not talking about the cause. I'm talking about the actual what you feel because of the cause.
Right, but the tweet is like, oh, I hate men. Like, Black Lives Matter, like, all lives matter is a response to Black Lives Matter.
Yeah,
I hate men, or I hate women is just a response to I hate men.
Yeah.
I hate men came around because so many women all over the nation, the planet, are like, I fear for my life. I hate women came because girls are like, I hate men. And they're like, you know what? I hate women. Like, you don't have enough grounds. Like, this whole
Gotcha.
all lives
so you
matter
saying
thing.
you don't have enough grounds to say you hate women.
Right.
Okay.
Show me the Carfax. Like, I need all the facts about why women hate men.
Okay.
There's a bucket of, there's a whole truckload downstairs.
Okay. I'm getting what you're saying. So you're saying if a woman tells you the facts of why they hate men, here's why, and here's why fucking men hate women.
Here's why.
There's
Here's why women hate
much
men.
Heavier.
Here's why men hate women. You
Gotcha.
know, like
Okay.
it does not compare.
Yeah, and I want to hear, like, from the viewers, like, tell us when there was a time that y'all felt
these comments about to be maybe
that y'all felt that, like, damn, I hate this girl. Like, I hate you.
Okay.
And I hope it's not something from, like, a very personal experience. Like, man, she didn't fold my fucking laundry. She didn't cook me dinner last night. What the fuck? Like, I hope it's
we're getting a little heavy. We're getting a little heavy.
Give me a genuine example of why, like, I hate women would be validated.
Please. Okay.
Genuine, not personal, something that men everywhere can relate to.
Yeah.
Because I can say, I fear a man walking directly at me on the sidewalk, and every woman watching this video is going to go, I feel that exact same way. I know exactly how she feels.
Okay, this is getting a little heavy. Let's try to keep it light, so let's keep it moving.
Zero personality, ugly looks, shitty career. A sweet, compassionate girlfriend, please. Yeah, that's pretty funny, but I think that it would work for either gender.
Yeah.
Low-quality people are not entitled to a high-quality partner. Just in case no one told you today, you look hella cute and your ex ain't shit. You see these kinds of empowering messages posted on online media, and nobody ever blinks when it's for women. Just remember you're a goddess and you don't need men.
This is for both.
Like, but you have to wonder what it would be like if the gender equivalent
How's
of this
this
meme was constantly
anti-man?
shared. Like, hey man, just remember that as a man, you're awesome and your ex-girlfriend isn't shit. You don't need any women in your life. If that kind of thing was posted on just sort of mainstream social media accounts, people would raise their eyebrows because they would interpret it as misogynistic. As a culture, we are comfortable giving that sort of blanket empowering message to all women, like, you're amazing, you're a goddess, but we're not comfortable giving that same blanket approval to all men. It's just interesting. It's just one of those.
I've said this
double
how many
standards.
times in
Men
like
claim
every
to-
video.
What?
Men have an advantage. Look at history. Y'all have had an advantage. You want to sit here and you want a thumbs up for that advantage that you've had this entire time? Like, no, women needed to be empowered. Women didn't have the right to vote for so much longer than you. I couldn't open a bank account in my name until 1975, and you want to sit here and talk to me about how we need to praise men more? No. Women need to get out of these situations where the man is just like, because they didn't have rights for as long as y'all did. Don't come at me. That last meme was for both genders.
Yeah, it could easily been have. And I don't care if y'all say, man, I'm not gonna call my friend cute. Like, I'm not gonna say to my friend, you look hella cute. Shut up.
Actually, yeah, majority of the time, women are more complimentary to more women, and men are not to other men.
Well,
And I
that
hate
seems
that.
like it's a problem within
I
your
hate
own.
No,
that.
I get that. I understand.
Praise your friends.
There's
Compliment them.
But then there's this whole rise of meninism. All right, and that meninism goes with what he just said, is where men are so upset about how women keep, lifting each other up, and they're like, you know what, men, we need to lift each other up, and you know what we do when we lift each other up? We become over the women. We're better than them, man. Yeah, like that's meninism. And that, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Food for thought.
I gave you
gold
the
diggers.
appetizer,
What they
meal,
actually-
and the dessert. All right.
Alright,
You don't need any more food.
Focus.
Okay,
Let's focus.
hate is that they can't afford them.
Hold on, wait, what? Men claim they hate gold diggers, but what they actually hate is they can't afford them.
The second men get money, they entertain women who they know they would never get if they were broke. In conclusion, men love gold diggers. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. They don't want to hear that though. This one I actually think is totally legitimate. There are lots of guys who are total hypocrites. They criticize the game, but it's just because they're not winning. Don't be that guy. If you're going to criticize something, be consistent. The honeymoon
No, I agree. Yeah, I agree completely, 100% with that one. Okay.
phase is a myth perpetuated by men to normalize their decreased effort in a relationship. This one is really dumb because the phrase honeymoon phase literally refers to that period of relationship when people are putting in an increased level of effort. That's actually the defining feature of what makes it the honeymoon phase. So why does this person think that they've cracked some kind of secret code?
Because
I actually don't really see this one as legitimately gendered. Like, women are absolutely guilty of putting in less effort as a relationship goes on. This one doesn't just apply to men.
When I was dating a girl, our honeymoon phase lasted like 5 months.
Okay.
Because we were constantly trying to woo each other. We were constantly trying to make the other feel like we wanted each other, that just wanted to make the other person smile. The honeymoon phase lasted in a couple of relationships that I've had a month. Because that person started to get more relaxed, just wanted to sit at home, watch TV, just wanted to be there with me. And yes, my love language was quality time, but time spent together isn't always quality. So quality time is, we're doing something, a memory, an adventure, something that I'm going to remember. Sitting here watching this movie with you, that's decreased effort. Take me to the movies. You know, like, instead of just going, hey, I want to come home, watch a movie, show up with, like, a mukbang worth of food, you know? Like, wow me. When I was dating a girl, we wowed each other consistently. When I was dating a hetero man, that honeymoon phase died real quick.
So you're saying that men die off faster,
yes,
women stay longer in the honeymoon phase?
And like now that I've been single for like 4 months, right? I'm dating men. I'm dating guys. And I've been dating someone for 4 months. And wows me all day long. We're not together, but like just woos me every day. Texts me and just,
Yeah, it's like as soon as y'all get comfortable, it's like, whatever, I could chill now. It's like, huge weight off my shoulders. Like, no, you guys should not, like, we like those surprises. We like those random ass texts.
You don't like excitement.
You should be consistently trying to make my day good.
Yeah.
Just because we're dating doesn't mean that you can just stop working on trying to make me smile.
Right.
Just because you have me, you shouldn't stop trying to keep me.
And it's the little things. It could be like leaving a flower or whatever if they go off to work.
You leave super early in the morning, leave me a note on the pillow. You know?
Littlest thing. But you, I don't know.
I had someone who used to pack the bowl for me so that I could wake up and smoke. And I thought that was so sweet. Okay. And you know what? She was a girl.
All right, let's continue.
Just apply to men. Be a slut. Show your body. Get naked. Have all the safe, different, consensual sex you want. Be kinky. Masturbate. Make/watch porn. Make money. Just a reminder that being sexual is okay.
Of course.
Sometimes it is difficult to actually nail down specifically what feminists believe about this stuff, because it seems as though there's sort of one side that's like, yes, promiscuity and sexual expression is empowering for women, and then there's another side that says, no, the male gaze and all this objectification is offensive and it's sexist and we should be, a lot more chaste and reserved and modest. I mean, I can kind of see arguments on both sides. Yeah. It's just what really annoys me is when there's no consistency and a woman who claims to be a feminist is going to flip between both sides whenever it suits her in an argument without acknowledging the inconsistency of what she's saying. They want to have their cake and eat it too. For me personally, I very much fall on the side that says that it is exploitative of women, and I'm sort of along the lines of what it says here at the top. This kind of shit is propaganda to make women feel like promiscuity is empowering. The truth is that being selective and waiting a long time with my sexual partners is the most empowered I've ever felt sexually. So yeah, whatever, just be consistent, like, don't criticize your boyfriend for watching pornography and objectifying women, but then that same evening go out wearing a low-cut top that shows off your boobs. Is this kind of objectification liberating and empowering, or is it controlling and patriarchal? You got to pick a lane. When he raises... Okay,
what are your thoughts on that?
You go first. I know you had something to say.
I mean, I think being sexual is very okay. It's if you're a woman and you want to show off your freaking, if you want to show some nipple at night or day, doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah, just
I'm gonna do me. Yeah. But I don't know. I don't agree. Hold on. What did I say? I don't agree that. I mean, hey, if you like waiting a long time and if it makes you feel like a better person that you waited a couple days to have sex with this person, go you, girl or boy. Like, go you. But for me, that ain't gonna work for me. I'm sorry.
So what I have to say is him saying, like, don't criticize your man for watching porn and all this stuff, and then go out wearing a low-cut top. Fuck you. Because there's a lot of porn that is exploitive of women. There is a lot of women who are put into situations because they've been paid and they need that money. It does exploit them. But when it is my choice to go and make a video that I have produced and I directed and all this shit and I started and I can release that, that's fine. That's my choice. When it's my choice to wear the shortest skirt I've got in my closet, that's my choice. It's not because I'm sitting out here looking for the male gaze. I don't want to be looked at like that. Like, don't sexualize my body If I didn't ask you to.
Wait, what?
If I'm sexualizing my body, that's because that's how I want to see. But if you're over here from afar, keep it to yourself. If you're like, oh my God, that girl looks so good, I want to fuck her, all this shit. Like, keep it to yourself.
So you want
Don't come over here and put that shit on me, because I didn't ask for that. If I want to wear the shortest skirt that I want to wear, I'm wearing that for me, not for you. I'm wearing that so that I feel hot, not so that you look at me and go, she looks hot. It's not about that.
Okay.
Don't sexualize my body if I didn't ask you to. If you're out there and I'm making all the moves, I'm asking you to. But if I haven't made a move, if I haven't looked at you, and in fact, if you've come over to me and you've said something to me saying like, oh, you look good, and I'm like, thanks, no thanks, then back off.
Why are you so triggered?
Oh my God, this one gets me triggered.
A lot.
All the time. And guys are like, why would you wear that if you didn't want me to approach you? Because I want to look good. Because this is what I felt good wearing out today. It's not about you approaching me. I'm not wearing this
even
for
though
you.
It's not about the other person, don't you think that your certain actions have a reaction afterwards?
So me wearing a short skirt means that I deserve all
I didn't say
shit.
you deserve. I'm just saying, are you aware that certain actions dictate certain other actions?
And that's the problem, is raise men to not sexualize women's bodies until they've had permission. You know, look at your children, tell them that is that girl's body. That body belongs to her. So many men that are older than me, our age, were raised to believe that if that girl is showing it off, that means it's for the taking.
Okay, let's rewind just a quick second, because I do want to have that conversation. If it was equal, that men and women was approaching each other equally, that would work in that world.
Why would a man want to approach girls when all they do is approach us? Like, I'm not gonna go and approach a girl. I mean, I'm not gonna go and approach a guy because all y'all do is approach us. Like, I just want to be out. If nobody approached me, then I would approach someone. But the fact of the matter is,
in the world that we live in
something
today,
short, I'm constantly being approached.
In the world that we live in today, it's not equal. It's literally, I would say, like 80.
And it should be, which is why
so
I'm
you're saying that it should be that men and women approach each other equally?
No. That's not what I'm saying. Men and women can approach each other at whatever rate they want to. That's on you. You don't even have to be a man.
No. Okay, I'm trying to get you to understand something.
In the world, asexuals, transgenders, y'all do what you want to do. It doesn't need to be men need to approach women more. Women need to approach men more. Like,
are you done?
No.
Listen, if we lived in a world where it was equal for men and women to approach each other, then I could agree with you with what you just said. But since what?
Now I'm listening.
Okay, but since we don't, men are the pursuers. Men are the people that's pursuing the women. It's literally okay. Oh, I like this woman. Boom, boom, boom. Let me go approach her. Oh, I like this woman.
Okay, I like this woman.
You like her because of what she's wearing?
It could be.
I'm attracted to this.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Let me go make my move, but don't come over here and make your move saying, "Oh, baby, your body looks so good tonight." Ew.
Now we're talking about the move. I'm not talking about the move. I'm talking about the approach. I'm talking about
that's the approach. Guys come up to me and they'll come and be like, "Wow, your body looks good." Bam, done. Don't want to talk to you. If you're like, "Hey,
Oh no, this is a very interesting.
You have a nice smile." Like,
what are your thoughts?
I'd love to know your name.
Let her talk. What are your thoughts?
I don't know. I feel like just because I have my tits out doesn't mean that like you should immediately come up to me and start like trying really hard. If I'm just out with my girls, like I'm just here trying to chill with my girls. But you can obviously tell if I want to talk to men if I'm just sitting here at the bar alone with my tits out, looking around the bar. You can get those signals. But like if I'm just chilling right here and my tits are out, and you're just gonna like come up to me and start like, no, I don't want you. I don't want to talk to you. Like,
here's the problem. Men are not mind readers. So I think
Okay, because men have stopped giving enough effort to sit here and take social cues. All right, I'm sitting here. We had a conversation in this in a different podcast. I'm sitting here over here looking at a man, and you're like, "But I wouldn't take that as it come over here." Well, that's not my fucking problem. I sent you the signal. Doesn't mean that you're smart enough to receive it.
Exactly.
Be smarter. Read signals better.
I think the signal for guys is the clothing.
No. No,
Why is that?
redacted.
Why is
No.
that?
No, I'm just letting you know facts.
No.
This is not you saying no to something that's
That's
factual.
not what it is. That's what guys may think. I'm
Okay.
telling y'all that is not a signal.
Oh, you saying that it's not a signal? Okay,
That's not a
got you,
signal.
Got you.
But they
Understand.
think it is.
Yes, but
And why
we
is
think
that?
it because obviously you get different attractions if someone is wearing a nun dress versus someone is wearing tits out, ass out, high heels, whatever. There's different attractions. So you can be like,
Okay.
oh, I like this girl. This girl, let me finish. So they're gonna be like, oh, I like this girl. This girl is attractive. Let me go. If the guy is a very confident guy, he's gonna say, let me go talk to her. Let me go whatever. But to the nun, I'm thinking probably no one would go up and talk to the nun. So for us, it is about the look. It is about the appearance. Period.
Listen, you got me and her at the bar. I'm dressed like a nun. She's dressed like how she is right now, because you know. So I'm dressed like a nun. She's dressed like a slut, whatever. She's over here with her friend like this. You know, they're chatting real close. They're not. The bartender's over here. Everybody's back there. They're chatting. I'm sitting over here looking at the bar, eyeing you down. Who are you gonna approach?
Her.
Her.
Yes.
Exactly.
Interesting.
Yes. And for most guys, I would say 99%.
Because all you care about is body and sexualizing another woman. If I'm sitting here giving you cues to come and fuck me, take those cues. Not the girl who doesn't want you to come and fuck her, but looks like something that you would want
that
to
would be
fuck.
a great video in and of itself to say what
Turn
are the
this
sexual
off.
cues.
Let's talk about that.
Sexual cues. Well, let's finish this and let's make a separate video about sexual cues. Because
It'll be
again,
a long day.
I think a lot of the problems is guys just don't know. Because sometimes they don't want to cross that line and then it'd be like an awkward situation. Or sometimes they just don't know. They don't know the cues. So that's a very good video that I do want to do. But
And I did want to comment on what he said about the whole porn thing. Because I had a relationship in the past where, hey, I like me some kinky shit, man.
Okay.
And I wanted to see that with that person, and he got so offended because of the type of genre of kink that I like.
Which was?
And which is like group sex, and
okay.
I like
You
that.
don't have to expose yourself if you don't want to.
I don't care.
Don't
no
answer.
shame.
You don't have to answer all these questions.
It doesn't, that's fine, but I don't think you should shame your partner on what they like if they're obviously invested into you and you as a person, and then you go out that same night, still acting. I don't know. It's just at the end of the day, I don't think you should shame someone on their preference of what type of porn they like or how sexual they like to be.
Yeah,
I don't think you should shame them.
100%. Especially when you're with that person and you're only with that person. That's just stupid to me.
Yes,
But yeah.
learn your partner without conditions. Learn who they are without prejudices.
Okay. I can agree with that. Let's move on.
Liberating and empowering, or is it controlling and patriarchal? You got to pick a lane. When he raises his voice and you're trying to work out who the fuck he thinks he's talking to.
That has. I have nothing to say.
This is so good. I love this one, not because of gender, because it's just an awesome, high quality person response. Like someone's trying to yell at you or gaslight you or manipulate you, and you're like, I'm sorry, how on earth do you think that this is appropriate or that you're going to get away with this? Have you forgotten who you're speaking to? This is not going to fly. I'm in bed.
Yeah, I agree with that. Also, I agree that men and women need to set more boundaries. If they're truly not comfortable with something, they should speak up and say, whatever they're not comfortable with.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Said in tears, this man really said, probably not, I am. Hey, listen, you're cool and all, but your breath smells and it makes me uncomfortable. I can brush my teeth in the morning next time. Can you do it every day? Probably not. I really don't like being told to do stuff. My suggestion would be to find someone you think is better than me. Good luck.
The fuck?
She just asked him a question.
Who doesn't brush their teeth every day? Or
Yeah.
at least brush their
You're
teeth
just
before
nasty.
going on a date. I
This
mean,
gotta be
women
fake.
appreciate hygiene, and he must know that, but on the same side, she must know that she handled this really badly. Can
What?
you do it
Whoa.
every day? I mean, she's obviously insulting him, or she's just completely socially clueless. You don't handle it badly like this and then, cry victim when it goes badly. Okay, this one's long. We talk about...
Wait. You got something to say? What?
She asked him, like, can you, your breath smells, like, hey, listen, it makes me uncomfortable, dead ass. And he's like, okay, next time. She's like, can you do it every day? And he goes, probably not. I don't like being told what to do. When in that text did she tell him, brush your teeth every day? Like, guys are just so like, I'm gonna do what I want, even if it's nasty. Like, shame. That's some weird shit that you should shame. I would shame you for not brushing your teeth every day.
Yeah,
that's weird. That's gross.
That's gross.
That's kind of weird.
About how many women were raped last year, not about how many men raped women. We talk about how many girls in a school district were harassed last year, not about how many boys harassed girls. We talked about how many teenage girls got pregnant in the state of Vermont last year, rather than how many men and teenage boys got girls pregnant. So you can see how this use of passive voice has a political effect. It shifts the focus off men and boys onto girls and women. Even the term violence against women is problematic. It's a passive construction. There's no active agent in the sentence. It's a bad thing that happens to women. It's a bad thing that happens to women. But when you look at that term, violence against women, nobody is doing it to them. It just happens. Men aren't even a part of it. I think that this is an interesting thought experiment. You know, what is more important, the victim or the perpetrator? But I think that he's off base on this one, because I don't think that in the way that we're constructing these sentences, we're really talking about the victim or the perpetrator. We're just referring to the gender that is most affected. In other words, I think that we talk about how many women get harassed as opposed to how many men harass women, because it gives a more accurate picture of how big the problem is. What I mean is that some men harass a huge number of women. So while there might be 10,000 women that get harassed, there might only be 500 men doing the harassing. I'm just going to do some quick research. Okay, so I just found this on Quora. I'm just going to read out a small part of it. So that's 0.4% of men who are convicted sex offenders and 0.01% who are convicted rapists. Even if we assume that there are 10 rapists at large for every one who's been caught, that's still only 0.1% of the male population. Okay, so 0.01 or 0.1% of the male population are rapists. That doesn't sound particularly alarming. But regardless of the accuracy of that statistic, you can see that this is an issue that affects a lot of women in terms of them being victims, but not that many men are perpetrators. So the idea that phrasing it in terms of the victims is kind of minimizing, you know, the issue, I think is completely misguided, because if we speak of it in terms of the perpetrators, then it seems like a very small problem, whereas there's actually, you know, a much larger number of victims. I also think to phrase it in a gendered way, like men are doing this, is really misleading, and it's kind of too big, difficult to defend that, because it's just such a tiny minority of men that are doing it. So to phrase it in a gendered way, it's a little bit deceptive, I think. I don't know, it's an interesting thought experiment. I just think that strategically, for any feminist out there who's actually concerned about raising awareness about rape, I actually think that it's more effective if they talk in terms of the number of victims. Smite the patriarchy.
Do y'all have any thoughts on that last one?
What
that
if
was
you put
deep.
both statistics together?
Yeah.
What if it was like, say you're in a high school and 200 girls got harassed, and you put, instead of saying 200 girls got harassed this year, you could say 200 girls got harassed this year by 10 boys.
I think the majority of the time you just don't have enough enough space. So that's why people condense things so much, because people are, you know,
but still,
attention
like,
span is so short. Yeah,
you know, spell it out like, oh, tagline, 200 women were harassed at this high school. Then first sentence, 200 women were harassed by 10 specific boys. And do y'all see the problem in that?
Okay, gotcha.
You know?
So you're saying be very quick with the other side of the problem.
Right.
Okay.
You know, come fast with the men, like how the percentages. I need to see both in order to have a real impact
perception
on
of
what
what the real problem is. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you could say 10 million women were harassed, and it's like,
oh shit.
Oh my God, there's 10 million rapists out there.
Exactly.
Like, no, 10 million women were harassed by 3,000 men.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, that's a smaller number. Let's find these 3,000 men.
I get
you know?
It's
not
all
more
men.
handleable, but it's like, wow, 3,000 men did this to 10,000 women, and it's like, we have a problem.
Yeah. Okay. Makes sense.
Men are always talking about what's natural, But in nature, it's always the males of the species that have to be pretty or work really hard to get the females. It's mostly true, yep. I want to see more men dressing up and wearing makeup.
What?
Dance for me. Build me a fucking house.
No.
Impress me, you mediocre fucks.
You know how like birds have to make a nest
I
and
love
stuff.
humor like that because it escalates so quickly. You know, impress me, you mediocre fucks. It's actually something I've thought about, that in our culture, in our species, I suppose, it's women that are often, you know, dressing up to be pretty, but often in the animal kingdom, it is the males that have the more colorful plumage or whatever. But actually, if you do a deeper dive into biology, you'll often find that the men are kind of drab and plain in their appearance. Yeah. But it's more common to see them sort of trying to impress women with their behavior or with fighting, you know, so they've got to compete with other males in order to be able to mate with a woman.
Yes.
Or they've got to do a mating
that's what
dance
it's
or build
supposed
this
to be.
nest or something.
Men
They're
fight
often
for other
demonstrating their value
men
through their behavior, and I actually think that that's pretty consistent with what we see with humans. Men are often behaving in certain ways, trying to impress women. Do you like?
No, what were you about to say?
I think men fight to impress other men.
Huh?
Like if I'm the biggest and the strongest in the gym, it's because that guy could possibly be bigger and stronger than me. Not because I go home and my girlfriend's like, oh my God, these muscles. I had a boyfriend that I literally told him, I was like, you're working out too much. When I lay on your chest, it hurts. I'm not enjoying this. And he's like, I don't care. I want to be bigger. I want to reach this much weight. Mm-hmm. That wasn't for me. That was for him, for his boys, for his bros. Mm-hmm. He's competing with them so that who can be the best. They're not actively doing this for us, ladies. We're doing this. They're doing this for themselves.
Well,
period.
No,
period.
That's false. I think it's definitely
false.
Both.
Oh, because he knows everything. Encyclopedia over here.
I'm just saying. I think it's for both. I think it is, yes, a component is the competing with other guys because you don't want to be, you know, let's say you get into a fight and you got no muscles and you small as fuck. You don't want to get your ass kicked. So obviously you want to be on the level to be able to keep, you know, compete. But also you want to look good too because obviously women love, you know, guys that fit.
No. Dad bods are in.
No.
Dad bods are in. Every girl loves a dad bod.
Dad bods are in.
Love to cuddle a dad bod. I just want to put my arms and legs all around that dad bod. If you got too much muscles, I'm like...
No, like it does hurt. Like it does hurt.
My neck is cramped. Like, okay, we look good in a picture, but do I feel good laying on top of you?
Yes or no?
Oh, yeah.
Dad bods are in.
I love a good dad bod. Like...
Yes.
Some
be
of them
healthy.
Yeah.
Like, you don't need to be Zac Efron over here. You know, you don't need to be waxing so that you're Sports Illustrated. You know, what's the men's health men on the? You know, like you don't need to be that. No, y'all are working out to impress each other. That's why I wear makeup to impress the girls that watch this channel. Okay. No. I wear makeup for you, baby.
No, but I'm attracted to the men.
Do you like men? No, hold on, wait, what?
Nope.
But I'm attracted.
Poor women. They need men, but they don't even like them. This one doesn't really surprise me because we kind of have a culture that glorifies female beauty. And I think that most people, men and women, when asked objectively, you know, the human body is most beautiful in a male form or a female form, most people would say female. I actually know women, straight women with boyfriends and husbands and all that stuff, who are more turned on by images of naked women than by naked men. Kind of sucks because as a man, you want that feeling that your female partner loves and appreciates your body in the same way that you appreciate theirs, but that often doesn't happen. What I find weird about this meme is that it's about the...
Exactly, because you have a dad bod. But let's continue.
The suffering for women, you know? Like, we don't even like men, but we have to put up with this. Us poor women, we're just resigned to our fate, you know, martyrs to the cause. From my perspective, I don't see it that way. You know, I feel sorry for men, you know, because we've got this opposite gender who's kind of lukewarm about us. You know, we go crazy for women. We love their bodies, we worship their beauty, and they're kind of like, yeah, okay, I need a man, so I'll kind of take you. It's like, oh, that's the level of devotion and affection we get? Great, lucky us. What am I...
No.
Go ahead.
Y'all love us because we put in all this work. Where's your effort? And then maybe we won't feel so lukewarm about you. That's the thing, is guys could be bulky as hell and have the worst skin ever, could have the worst haircut, could have just the worst, like they don't take care of them, they don't shower, but hey, they got big muscles. Like their eyes may be like their eyelashes may be blonde as hell, so their eyes look like this big. Hey, put on a little bit of eyeliner, rub it on. Like what is it, The Neighborhood? He wears eyeliner, he's so cute. Like,
okay.
Men who wear makeup are cuter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I fetishize men who wear makeup.
I love a man who isn't afraid to jump over those standards.
Yes.
Like, don't be afraid to, like, don't get me started on Harry Styles. Next topic. No, next topic.
I think that's the end of the video.
But seriously, like, you guys are like, oh, we love women. We love to look at them. We love to, we love to praise them, all this stuff. Well, look at all the, but guys are always like, I'm going to take her swimming on the first date.
That's
you know,
funny,
like,
that's funny.
dude, like, I put in all this work so that you would see me like that. But you showered and showed up.
Okay.
Add a little concealer. Maybe, fill in your eyebrow where it's not the same. Like, put some effort in.
Okay.
Well, if they don't mind those imperfections, then you don't have to do that.
Yes, I get that. But you want to sit here and say, like, oh, women aren't attracted to you? Try making yourself more attractive.
Yeah.
Like, you have options. Makeup isn't limited to just women anymore.
Yeah.
Wearing haircuts, long hair, dyeing your hair, all these things, getting hair plugs, microbladed, all these things are not limited to just women anymore. Getting a beard trim, having a facial, not limited to just women anymore. Take care of yourself. Put more effort in to make yourself more attractive. And then come at me.
Except for the makeup and shit part. But yeah.
Well, you don't have to wear makeup if you
No,
don't
I
want
get
to.
it. I get it. Make sure your haircut is right,
Yes.
I mean, I had
need
a
a
friend-
proper fade. Like,
Oh my god, I had a video go viral. But anyway, we get on. That's funny. You said you had a friend.
I had a friend who was straight and he wears foundation every day just because he has very bad cystic acne on his face and it just makes him feel better. Now, if a woman was like, ew, you wear makeup?
Fuck
then
her!
She's a bitch.
yeah,
Okay.
fuck her.
No.
Right. Now,
Just do whatever makes you happy.
okay. No, I can agree with that. I can definitely agree with that. Now, where can they find you?
You can find me on Instagram at Mommy Sierra.
And I'm on Instagram at WowAllison with 2 S's.
All right, and it's your boy DonJaye. Make sure you check out the links in the description below. And if you want to see more videos like this, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe. And if you like Alex Grace stuff, make sure you check him out in the links in the description below. Peace.